Hey guys, it's week 10 of BookBuzz. Thanks for checking in. We've got 4 great titles this week: ROM Volume 3, Cosmic Scoundrels, Tales from the Age of Cobra, and Sam Kieth's 4 Women. Stay tuned. We've got special guest editor-in-chief Chris Ryall to talk about ROM. Alonzo Simon's back in the office to help me with some other titles. And that's it. Week 10, let's do it.
Hey guys, Chris Ryall here, foremost ROM expert in the comic business. Also co-writer of the ROM comic book, Volume 3 of which is being collected and released in stores this week. You'll see it adorned by the cover by Nathan Grano and Leonard O'Grady doing this beautiful Dayglow, Jack Kirby-ish sort of thing here. And Volume 3 is the culmination of all the storyline that Christos Gage and I were telling alongside artist David Messina. So it ends this series as it stood. It leads into Christos' new series, the ROM and Micronauts miniseries he's doing. But most importantly, it also sees the return of Sal Buscema to the character that he co-created all those years ago back at Marvel Comics. So Sal does a backup story that's collected in this book, along with artist Guy Dorian, where it sees the demise of one of ROM's Space Knight compatriots. So big monumental things happening this week right here in Volume 3.
Another book I want to show you this week is Tales from the Age of Cobra. And this is a beautiful, lusciously illustrated book by Enrique Fernandez. That is essentially a modern retelling, or I should say retelling, but a modern spin on the 1001 Nights sort of storytelling method, where we got stories within stories telling of star-crossed lovers and the way that fate just pulls them apart, leaving the young hero just to face insurmountable odds to win back the woman he loves across just some of the most unbelievable challenges you could ever imagine. So we're going to show you some of the interior pages right now, so you can get a look at just Enrique's art and how just really beautifully rendered and how captivating it really is. But this is another book from the Euro Comics line. It's in stores this week. It's a fantastic read. I really suggest checking it out.
Hey everybody, so I want to talk about Cosmic Scoundrels, and this is by Matt Chapman, who is the co-creator of Homestar Runner, and Andy Suriano, who is a longtime artist on the Samurai Jack comic series that we did at IDW, as well as the cartoon series. This is a sci-fi action, adventure, space opera, whatever you want to call it. So 2 main characters are Love Savage and Rochambeau, 2 black market traders, just sort of living their life, not really any responsibility, just, 2 guys out in the world. They find a baby, which leads to a 100-mile-an-hour action-adventure ride through space. All those 80s, cheesy 80s action movies that we all loved as kids, it's this in a comic book. So pick it up in stores this week. Cosmic Scoundrels by Matt Chapman and Andy Suriano.
Perhaps best known for his work on The Sandman, Batman, and of course his creator-owned series, The Max. This week, Sam Kieth turns his attentions to post-traumatic stress disorder and what it might mean to 4 friends who lived through a traumatic experience on what should otherwise be a very enjoyable road trip. Other than just sort of harping on the action that befalls the characters in this book, we have a psychological study of what it means to survive trauma. How do we each internalize and cope with the traumas of our lives? The story is 4 Women, and it's in stores this week. And guys, just wanted to take 1 minute to check in and remind you, we've said in the past when we've done an advanced preview of a book, we say, don't worry, we'll tell you when it's in stores. Well, here's one of those cases. Likes of the Amalu, another Euro comic book that we can't recommend highly enough, lands in stores this week. I think we covered it a few weeks ago with an advance. Do me a favor, read it, you'll thank me later. Hey, alright guys, that's been 10 weeks of BookBuzz. We've got lots more in store for 2018. Thank you very much for stopping in today and checking out what we got. 4 great titles hitting shops, many titles hitting stores this week. We showed you 4 to take a look at. We'll catch you in week 11.